Learn English easily with simple, real-life conversations.
Hello, hello. Welcome to Real Talk English Now. I'm James.
And I'm Emma. We're so happy you're here today.
Today is going to be really fun. We're talking about essential English phrases. These are phrases you can use every single day.
That's right. Whether you're at home, at work, or talking with friends, these phrases will help you communicate better.
Before we start, please hit that like button if you enjoy our podcast. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Your support helps us create more helpful content for English learners like you. Okay, James, are you ready?
Absolutely. Let's begin our journey with some really useful English phrases.
Okay, let's start with something super important. Our first phrase is, would you mind repeating that?
Oh, yes, this is so helpful. When someone speaks and you don't understand, you can say, "Would you mind repeating that?"
Let me give you an example. Imagine you're on the phone with your doctor's office. The person says the appointment time quickly. You can say, "Would you mind repeating that? I want to make sure I heard correctly."
Perfect example, Emma. This phrase is polite and shows you're really listening. Now, let's listen to it again. Would you mind repeating that?
Good job. Now you try saying it. Take your time.
Next phrase. I was wondering if you could help me. This is a gentle way to ask for help.
I love this phrase. It's very polite. For example, if you're in a library and you can't find a book, you can say to the librarian, "I was wondering if you could help me find this book."
Exactly. It sounds respectful and friendly. Listen again. I was wondering if you could help me.
Try repeating that one. It might feel long, but with practice, it gets easier.
You're doing great. Let's move to another useful phrase. Pardon me, I didn't catch that.
Oh, this is similar to our first phrase, but a bit more casual. Pardon me, I didn't catch that means you didn't hear or understand something.
Right. Imagine you're at a coffee shop and the barista asks if you want milk, but there's noise and you can't hear. You say, "Pardon me, I didn't catch that. Could you say it again?"
Beautiful. This phrase keeps the conversation flowing smoothly. Let's hear it once more. Pardon me, I didn't catch that.
Practice makes perfect, everyone. Now, a phrase we use constantly. Thank you so much.
Yes, gratitude is so important. Thank you so much shows you really appreciate something.
For instance, if a colleague helps you with a difficult task at work, you can say, "Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it."
And when someone says thank you to you, what do you say?
You're very welcome. Or simply, "My pleasure."
Exactly. These responses show kindness. Listen, you're very welcome.
Try saying both. Thank you so much and you're very welcome.
Excellent work. You're improving already.
Now let's talk about starting conversations. Our next phrase is, how's your day going?
This is perfect for friends, colleagues, or even people you meet regularly, like your neighbor or the person at your local store.
Right. It's friendly and shows you care. For example, you see your coworker in the morning and you say, "Good morning. How's your day going?"
And they might answer, "It's going well. Thanks for asking. How about yours?"
Then you can say, "Pretty good so far." Simple conversation, but it builds connection.
Let's practice. How's your day going?
Say it with a smile. Even if people can't see you, it makes your voice sound warmer.
That's great advice, James. Another wonderful phrase is, "It's nice to see you."
Yes, when you meet someone you know, this is a warm greeting. "It's nice to see you," or "It's nice to see you again."
For example, you meet a friend at a cafe. You can say, "Hi, Sarah. It's nice to see you. How have you been?"
It's more personal than just saying hello. It shows you're happy to see that person.
Listen and repeat. It's nice to see you.
Good. Now, here's a useful question. What have you been up to?
Oh, I use this all the time. What have you been up to means, what have you been doing? It's a casual way to ask about someone's activities.
Exactly. Imagine you haven't seen a friend for a week. You ask, "Hey Tom, what have you been up to?"
And Tom might say, not much, just working and spending time with family.
It's a relaxed, friendly phrase. Let's hear it again. What have you been up to?
Try saying it yourself. Remember, casual is good.
You're doing fantastic.
Sometimes in conversations, we need to make sure we understand correctly. Let's learn some phrases for that.
Great idea. First phrase. Just to clarify, you mean...
This is so useful in meetings or important conversations. You use it to confirm information.
For example, your boss tells you about a deadline. You want to be sure, so you say, "Just to clarify, you mean the report is due on Friday, correct?"
Perfect. It prevents misunderstandings. Let's practice. Just to clarify, you mean...
Try completing the sentence with your own example.
Next phrase. Could you give me an example?
This is excellent when someone explains something but you want to understand it better.
Right. Imagine you're learning to use new software at work. Your colleague explains a feature. You say, "That sounds helpful. Could you give me an example of how to use it?"
Examples make everything clearer. Listen again. Could you give me an example?
Repeat that one. It's a phrase you'll use often.
Another helpful phrase, what do you mean by that?
Yes, when someone uses a word or phrase you don't understand, this is perfect.
For instance, someone says, "We need to think outside the box." You're confused, so you ask, "What do you mean by that?"
It's direct but polite, and people appreciate when you ask for clarity instead of pretending to understand.
Absolutely. Let's hear it. What do you mean by that?
Say it with genuine curiosity in your voice.
Good job. One more phrase for this section. I'm not quite sure I follow.
This is a polite way to say you don't understand something.
Right. Maybe someone is explaining directions or instructions. You can say, "I'm not quite sure I follow. Could you explain it differently?"
It's honest and it helps you learn. Listen, I'm not quite sure I follow.
Practice that one. It might feel new, but it's very useful.
You're learning so many useful phrases today.
Let's talk about asking for things politely. This is important in daily life.
Absolutely. First phrase, would it be possible to?
This is a very polite way to make a request. For example, at a restaurant, you might say, "Would it be possible to change my order?"
Or at work, you could ask your manager, would it be possible to take next Friday off?
It sounds professional and respectful. Let's practice. Would it be possible to...
Think of something you might need to ask for and practice saying it.
Excellent. Next phrase, I'd appreciate it if you could...
Oh, this is one of my favorites. It's polite and shows gratitude in advance.
For instance, you're asking a neighbor for a favor. You say, I'd appreciate it if you could water my plants while I'm away.
Or to a colleague, I'd appreciate it if you could review this document when you have time.
It's kind and considerate. Listen, I'd appreciate it if you could...
Try saying it with something you might need help with.
You're doing wonderfully. Another useful phrase, do you mind if I...
This is perfect when you want to do something but want to check if it's okay first.
Right. Maybe you're in a meeting and it's warm. You can ask, do you mind if I open the window?
Or you're sitting on a train and you want to sit down. You say, do you mind if I sit here?
It shows respect for others. Let's hear it. Do you mind if I...
Practice with your own example.
Last phrase for this section. Could I trouble you for...
This is very polite, maybe even a bit formal. You use it when you need something from someone.
For example, you're at someone's home and you're thirsty. You could say, could I trouble you for a glass of water?
Or at work, could I trouble you for a minute of your time?
It acknowledges that you're asking for something. Listen, could I trouble you for...
Say it slowly and clearly.
Great work, everyone.
Now let's learn how to share what you prefer or like.
Good idea. First phrase, I'd rather.
I'd rather is short for I would rather. It expresses preference.
For example, your friend asks, do you want to go to the movies or stay home? You say, I'd rather stay home tonight. I'm tired.
Or someone offers you coffee or tea, you say, I'd rather have tea, please.
Simple and clear. Let's practice. I'd rather.
Think of a choice and practice expressing your preference.
Excellent. Next phrase, I'm more comfortable with...
This is helpful when discussing options or choices.
Right. Maybe at work, you're choosing between two projects. You say, I'm more comfortable with the marketing project because I have experience in that area.
Or choosing how to communicate, I'm more comfortable with email than phone calls.
It explains your preference and why. Listen, I'm more comfortable with...
Try saying it with a real example from your life.
You're doing so well. Another phrase, if it's all the same to you, I'd prefer...
This is polite and a bit formal. You're stating your preference while being respectful of the other person.
For instance, scheduling a meeting. You might say, if it's all the same to you, I'd prefer to meet in the afternoon.
Or making plans. If it's all the same to you, I'd prefer to go to the Italian restaurant.
It gives the other person room to disagree. Let's hear it. If it's all the same to you, I'd prefer...
That's a longer phrase, so take your time practicing it.
Perfect.
Everyone makes mistakes. Let's learn how to apologize well.
Great topic. First phrase, I'm terribly sorry about that.
This shows genuine regret. Terribly makes the apology stronger.
For example, you accidentally spill coffee on someone's desk. You say, I'm terribly sorry about that. Let me help clean it up.
Or you're late for a meeting. I'm terribly sorry about that. Traffic was terrible.
It shows you really care. Listen, I'm terribly sorry about that.
Practice saying it with real feeling.
Next phrase, that was my fault.
This takes responsibility clearly. It's honest and direct.
Right. Maybe you forgot to send an important email. You say, that was my fault. I should have sent it yesterday.
People respect when you own your mistakes. Let's hear it. That was my fault.
Say it confidently. It's okay to make mistakes.
Another good phrase, please forgive me for...
This is sincere and asks for understanding.
For instance, you missed a friend's birthday. You say, please forgive me for forgetting your birthday. I feel terrible.
Or you made an error at work. Please forgive me for the confusion I caused with that report.
Listen, please forgive me for...
Practice it. Sincerity is important.
You're learning so much today.
Wow, Emma, we covered so many useful phrases today.
We really did. Let's do a quick recap of some key phrases we learned.
We started with polite phrases like, would you mind repeating that? And I was wondering if you could help me.
Then we practiced conversation starters. How's your day going? And what have you been up to?
We learned clarification phrases like, just to clarify, you mean, and Could you give me an example?
We covered making requests. Would it be possible to, and I'd appreciate it if you could.
We talked about preferences like I'd rather and I'm more comfortable with.
And we ended with apologies. I'm terribly sorry about that, and that was my fault.
That's a lot. But remember, you don't need to learn everything at once.
Exactly. Choose 2 or 3 phrases and practice them this week. Use them in real conversations.
The more you use these phrases, the more natural they'll feel.
Now, before we finish, we have a fun community question for you.
Here it is. What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
Do you check your phone, make coffee, exercise? We want to know.
Share your answer in the comments or on our social media. We love hearing from you.
And remember, every conversation is practice. Don't be afraid to make mistakes.
That's how we all learn. You're doing an amazing job just by being here today.
We're so proud of your progress. Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep speaking English.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please give us a like and subscribe for more helpful content.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today.
Until next time, keep talking, keep learning, and stay confident.
Goodbye, everyone. See you in the next episode.
Bye, and remember, you've got this.